Up early in the morning, getting the kids ready for school. Rise and grind, yeah. Pack a lunch or two. Talking about I gotta be at work in a few, yeah. Hey, for your daily news, hey. Grinding just for you, yeah. When you don't have a clue, yeah. Ain't got the scoop for you, yeah.
Happy Friday Eve, you guys. Hey, good morning. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. It's your girl, Miss Fifi the Plug, and you already know where you at. If not, let me let you know. The Rise and Grind Morning Show. Get up, get up, get up. Hey. Hey. Boobisha Johnson. I know.
You probably know a Boobisha too.
This late nigga. I just had to say that just because he always talks shit. Sitting out.
He do got the tropical smoothie.
Right. So y'all, let me tell you again. Let's jump into the meat and potatoes right quick. I'm your girl, Miss Fifi the Plug. And I am here. This is the Rise and Grind Morning Show. You already know who behind the ones and twos.
Yeah.
He went to the bride, just in case you didn't know. It's DJ Boog. What up, Boog?
What up, though?
Yeah.
Why do you always say that?
Because he did. And Miles is still gone, so we can still do whatever the hell we want to do today,
we doing
right?
what we want to do, goddamn.
We doing whatever the hell we want to do. I got a crew full of people in here and everything. I'm having company because my mama and my daddy ain't here. So you know how back in the day we used to just can have everybody over and shit. You just got to explain stuff later.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm grown, so I really don't have to explain nothing, but I got a lot of company. Okay, how about that?
A lot of shit when you had company.
You said what?
You used to tear up a lot of shit when you had company.
Well, I used to have my company through the window because my mama was a little crazy. Wow. I didn't have him come in for real. I used to just talk to him through the window and stuff like that. So let's jump in. Right, she was crazy.
Like Bonita Betrayal or something?
Like, I don't know. Like Mommy Dearest. Like,
damn.
Bad. Just say you was just bad.
Shut your ass up. You don't even know.
That's the reason why.
No, I wasn't bad. I was a sweet lamb. Like I am a lamb today.
Mama act like that unless they kids bad as hell. Right.
No, my mama used to be tripping.
Yeah.
And I wasn't bad.
Okay, let me tell y'all who the crew is right quick.
Everybody who wasn't bad, swear they
we got Q here. Q Daluez.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone.
We got Reiki Road, crazy ass.
Hello. Hi, how are you? Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful people. Get into it. We gonna get into it. Okay?
Lord, and I think he is a chaperone. I don't even think he a damn special guest. I think Miles tried to set us up. We got RB here from Greener Things, y'all. Is your mic on?
I don't hear him.
Don't hit it.
Hit the button on the
He act like we at the assembly.
You gotta hit it sometime, honey.
Yeah.
Make sure
Try
it's
that.
working.
No, say,
Hello.
yeah.
I got
Can you
you.
hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yo, what up, though? It's your boy RV.
Hey, crew.
What up, though?
What's going on?
I'm happy to be back. I like
I'm
this
glad
shit.
you back.
Yeah, I like this
I'm
shit.
glad. Yeah. Q did 2 days in the week. So I think we getting somewhere.
As soon as after we did the show, Miles hit me like, "So you like doing the morning show?" I'm like, "No, why you ask me that, dog?"
Right.
He was like, "No, I'm just asking." Like, yeah, okay.
Right.
I know what that means.
Hello. You
I
hired.
got an obligation. No, it's cool though.
Hey, we about to have a rotation of you and Rocky.
Right.
You just pop up at this point.
You're hired. I'm here today. She calling me talking about I'm leaving the house. Girl, okay. Well, come on in.
No, it's dope though. It's good energy though.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, what was we talking about? Sneaking in the house? Sneaking up there? Okay,
That's
we can
what you
get.
was talking
Yeah, we
about.
can
Yeah,
get
so
going. I ain't
shout
Shout out
gonna-
to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all share this stream, y'all. Please share the stream.
That part.
Sharing right now. I keep sharing it. Listen.
Yeah,
We appreciate
Share
y'all.
it.
Shout out to Sean P who done checked in already.
That's what I
Sean
put my phone
Pipple.
up to do and shit. I didn't never.
He
did it.
said no food. That's because you took it all. That's the only reason why. That food was bomb as hell yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Right
y'all
Gil?
looking ghetto as hell
Yeah.
yesterday too.
You
I was
had-
smacking on the thing.
Shut your.
She was
Man,
going
you
once
the
she
main one.
once
Always
BB
talking
started
crazy.
eating, it was
We was
it
that
was a
ghetto?
wrap.
It was good.
Yeah.
Them potatoes had
Hey.
shrimp in it.
Yeah,
Crab
you
meat.
ain't supposed to
Yeah.
be eating
Just
meat.
like
I'm
shit,
talking
shit.
about the bomb.
Fifi,
Oh my god.
Fifi put the potatoes in her mouth and then she
Yeah,
was
she
like,
couldn't stop.
she
Then
was
I just
like-
had to. I didn't even
forgot.
get nothing on my shirt. I did a good job, and I
Hey, she straight forgot. She straight forgot we was on the air. It was just
Oh
like,
yeah, she
forget it.
did. I seen it.
shut your
I
ass.
was just shaking my head like, oh my god. Her and food, she gets so happy.
It was oh my god, it was delicious, and I had to have just one of them meatballs. Y'all know I'm on my journey to not eat meat, and I've been doing
what
really
happened?
good
How you eat meat then?
because she had these meatballs and everything, and they was like this big and full of flavor and everything. And when I accidentally went across it with the fork, it cut open, so I had to take it.
Accidentally went across.
Yeah.
Accidentally
Wow.
cut off.
I just smothered it in some rice with a little bit of the gravy in the side of the thing.
I dig what
It
you're
was
saying.
amazing.
It
I'm
was
talking
good,
about
though.
yeah, VCU the
It was
shit.
good.
I'm gonna tell you that right now for the record, okay? Like I have not eaten
To
a piece of
Visa, we
this-
coming to see you.
Yes.
It wasn't better than shrimp bread though. That shrimp bread was
Man,
good
that
as hell.
shrimp bread is
That shrimp
crack,
bread had my
bro.
eyes rolling in the back of my
I hope
head.
Chef Wilson check in.
No, I hope
we need
so.
some,
We need some of
we
that.
need that shrimp bread.
That shit was good as hell.
Man,
real.
what?
Like-
What shrimp bread?
Shrimp bread?
Yeah,
Yo,
bro,
it's
Yuck.
like it's like
What?
it's like
Bread
this
with
it's
some
like
shrimp
this
and cheese
garlic
baked
it's
in
like
it?
this garlic bread, but it's
Yeah.
got shrimp in
same
the
thing.
bread
Chef, we
with
need
with
some.
cheese.
Oh Lord,
God.
I need you to
Yeah.
help me.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to tell you.
I need some of that.
Bruh.
Yes.
Niggas
It was
said they wouldn't eat
amazing.
no bread. Everybody ate that shit.
This
It was amazing.
Shit was amazing.
it was
What is Sean
straight
P
crack,
talking
like
about?
for real.
Damn.
Not no food.
Shout out to my nigga Chef Wilson. dog.
John P still
Hello,
talking about
princess.
food.
Right.
Yes.
Princess,
Hey, princess.
says, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go, Raquel. What you
I
saying?
just said hey to her. I wouldn't go
Oh,
say
yeah.
that.
And she said, hey, RV.
Hey, what up, though?
But Princess Echelon in the building.
Yeah, yeah. So today's topic, you guys, and that's very interesting because I think for the most part we're all
Are we getting to the topic already? You ain't gonna talk about how you was sneaking niggas through the window and shit?
Oh wow.
Q, you was a nosy nigga.
You had just said you had started off talking about it.
But I'm saying that's over, and I'm over them whoopings and everything. And I wasn't sneaking niggas in the window. I was talking to them out the window.
You're right, right,
Talking to them out.
Yeah, I was just sitting in the window sill and everything, and you talk to them
Right.
because my neighbor was nosy, and she had called my mama and tell her.
Oh.
So you know,
was like fucking third
Damn.
rank.
she
You had
was.
the feds on your block.
Yeah, I
Right.
lived in the mint.
Have fun. Anyway, go ahead, man.
I can't stand you. So the topic today is having a job versus being self-employed. So we're going to talk about the ups, downs, woes, misconceptions, and things like that about it. Q, let's start with you. What do you think about that?
I don't think nothing about none of that shit right now.
Shut up, fool. You have done both though, right? Like
Yeah,
you
I
have
done
worked a
both.
job and been self. Aren't you
Yeah.
newly
Yeah.
out there?
Yeah, sort of.
You like a baby
sorta,
in it. Go
kinda
ahead.
Shit, right?
Like
so
a baby.
I've been double dipping for a long time and shit. So this is my first time really just completely being an entrepreneur. But this is my thing though. I did social media for corporate for Comcast and General Motors. When I came back from Colorado, because I spent some time in Colorado working for Comcast. When I got back here, I started doing it for General Motors. And I went on this is some crazy shit. Like this is real life. I went to New York for a podcast convention. I got back the second day I got back to work. I went in to work on Monday for somebody else because my Mondays I used to have off. Tuesday I got fired.
Really?
Yeah, on my way to work. So I'm going to work and I got a phone call from my HR lady.
Damn.
I'm like, what the fuck she calling me for, right? So
Yeah.
I called her back. I guess they would have fired me Monday, but it wasn't my regular day, so they didn't know I was supposed to be there. For real. So she called me on the
Friday,
way
day
in.
off.
No, that sound like for real.
That's
Like, they got
crazy.
fired my day off. So I'm like-
Damn.
so she called me and told me, that our services were no longer needed and shit, right? So I was working for a third party, doing social media. So like our contract got cut and that was just it. So I'm just
Wow.
like, damn. So she was like, well, Wednesday you can come pick your shit up. And
Oh, okay.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about
It's
all
in a
this
box.
shit and everything. And I'm just like, damn. all right. So then that's when I figured out, you know what? This is just as bad as doing my own thing. Like my own thing can fold and corporate can shut your shit down too. So
Absolutely.
I ain't going back. And that's how this shit happens. So I've been writing books and doing podcasts and graphic design for probably about 10 years. Mm-hmm. So this I finally just like fucking I'm just gonna do it full time.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at with it. It's scary as fuck though. It's scary as hell.
Yeah.
Miles been telling me for 10 years that I can't do both. I didn't believe it, and now I know it's true. You can't do both. You got to kind of focus on something. It is scary. This shit ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I tell people like it's cool to get away from corporate. You get that freedom, but it's not for everybody though.
Yeah, because you got to manage yourself.
You got to manage yourself.
Yeah.
And
that's the hardest part.
No, I'm telling you, time management and management just ain't everybody's stilo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Shout out to all the people that supported me when I was down on my knuckles. For real. I love y'all. My whole squad, dog. Shout out to the E-Block, dog. 48205 Red Zone. Hold a nigga down. All right, that's it.
That's what's up.
I was about to get emotional shit behind my
you better not.
My sexy
you better not. You got the glasses on.
Shout out to my man Marcus Divine and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Entrepreneur with his dog ass specs.
Yeah. Shout out to Marcus.
I'm gonna put it back on in a little while.
I'm keep my shit on forever.
I'm not. You're so crazy.
I was keeping these motherfuckers. Like
I should have wore mine today.
Should have worn you got your shit?
I got some too. Them boys is dope. They got a green tint.
You said somebody told you was fat and you went on here.
Shit, man, I wore them bitches ever since. I go to sleep in them motherfuckers. I told you I put my CPAP machine over top of them motherfuckers.
Okay.
He's an idiot.
You know what I'm saying?
About to play with you.
No bullshit.
Oh God.
That's funny.
That's all I have to say about that shit. But corporate America though, like I said, it's like a false sense of security though.
Absolutely.
And once I realized that, then that make it easier to make that transition. That's all.
Ricky, what you think?
I mean, I have a job that's not laboring to me. And it works out. I do what I do, which is PR and stuff like that. So it's not a big deal, but I do feel like it's nothing like being able to do your own thing and not be on somebody else's time and meeting somebody else's demands. Because you said a false sense of security. I don't even feel it's that, because you're always thinking like, what can I do to piss them off to let me go? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to get fired.
Right, especially if you're not the type that's a yes man. Like if you're not, like I'm the type of person that's going to work hard, but I got to believe in what I'm working hard in. And then, I have my own way of doing things. So sometimes people just like at my job now, they was trying to cause some problems for me for whatever reason. I don't even mess with nobody. You know what I'm saying? But people just be having issues. Probably, I don't know, people say, because you're pretty or whatever. I don't know what the fuck the problem is, but people be fucking with you. And that's the problem with working with somebody. So, working for somebody. But if you're doing your own thing, you're doing your own thing. But that is scary because you got to rely on you to bring your income in. Like if you don't cut it, then what? You know what I'm saying? Or if you selling something and people not buying like they should, or you do hair and customers are having a hard time with their funds, so they're not coming to get their hair done, or whatever you do, it's, that's scary, that part.
For sure.
I think, and I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just think that I think that it's a different mindset that you have to have at the end of the day, because if you look at a company, there are different dynamics to it. And because if the company is larger, of course, it takes more people to do those different aspects to the company. Like, somebody has to do like the administrative side. Somebody has to take care of the marketing and things like that. But at the same time, if you at a smaller company, those things are taken care of by less people. I'm saying that to say that we go and we work very hard because of the agreement that we have financially with an employer to do those things. But when we work for ourselves, usually we don't even think about those aspects. We just think about, okay, I got my business license. Okay, well, I started to be, I have a business. Okay, well, I'm selling lashes, and maybe put up one post a day or something like that or whatever. But if you was working a job and you was doing the marketing for that company and they said you had to do 50 posts a day, you wouldn't do 49. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to say the same energy that we would put into a company, until you understand that that's what's necessary to do yours too, you kind of don't be as successful as you would see in your head. But I think that pretty much anything that a person does that they are consistent at, you can be successful in it eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
Like,
Consistency.
In the mindset.
I know I go
Consistency in the
hard for my
mindset.
stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ivy, what you think?
Well, I worked at Ford for 11 years, and I took the buyout, but I was reading books like every day. You know what I'm saying? Entrepreneurial books, real estate, and everything. You know what I'm saying?
So it was something that you always thought you wanted to do, like to
for
be
sure,
okay.
100%. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting in the pit working. All the white folks around, they say it for me, white folks.
What?
So. So they would always say, you ain't getting out of here. You're going to be here with us for the next 30-some years. Like,
right.
Shit, you crazy as fuck. I ain't going to be here for no damn 30 years. So when the buyout came, I took the buyout. I haven't read all these books, real estate books. Now, this is 07. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I get my money. I'm like, shit, I'm out this bitch and I lose all my money on real estate because the economy crashed in 08. So I lose everything except like about $14,000 out of the buyout money. So I bought a house. I ain't had nothing left to even fix it up. I had to fix everything up myself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So all the hopes and dreams that I had dreamed about was shattered in less than a year. So then I had to start all back over. But it didn't, deter me from not doing it, following my dreams. So
and you still didn't want to go back to corporate America?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Shit, not for nothing in this world. You know
no, I'm saying at that time, like it was still like you still was like, okay, I'm not going back. Okay.
No, you know what I'm saying. I just stuck it out. I had some broke times, and I'm still here, and I'm making it. So for me, entrepreneurship. If we haven't learned anything from this pandemic, that we need to be doing our own shit because corporate American can get rid of you at the drop of a hat. So many people lost their jobs,
absolutely
making $100,000 a year, and you lose that income in the drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying? Your life be fucked if you haven't saved no money and don't got that tough skin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at the end of the day, entrepreneurship is the way to go. But we need employees for sure because I need some employees myself. Right. So I'm not saying employees not a bad thing, but I'm just saying that for me, that ain't what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what I say. It definitely ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's not,
I think it's just a mindset. Like
you gotta have the right mindset.
Yeah.
And for me, it was a lot easier because like I ain't got no wife and kids and shit.
Right.
So it's a lot
that
easier.
Make it a lot easier. That make it a lot easier.
I make snap decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I still do that too though, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm in control of my own life, and I don't, and I don't like to dictate nobody else's life, so they can't dictate mine. So, like, my wife used to be mad about me, buying houses and doing certain things, but that's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So. It is what it is because at the end of the day, I would hate to have regret that say I did something because somebody else didn't want me to do it. That's stupid as hell to me.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would never work roller. I just had to deal with the consequences. Because we all do shit that had to deal with consequences. But I'd rather deal with the consequences if I bought something that's going to better our life than to do something crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I live with it every single time.
And I think like being with somebody in that, you kind of have to believe in each other, you know what I'm saying, in order for it not to be a problem when when the two do things like that or whatever. Because I know from talking to Raquel, like she and her husband, they don't really do the same thing, but at the same time they support each other and they do the same thing.
Right.
Like
right.
Also,
you know what I mean?
That's a question too, though, Bug. I know we about to get to you and shit, but I'm just curious, like for people who are entrepreneurs, how hard is it to like be with a mate who doesn't have that entrepreneurial spirit?
Right.
That's
like,
extra hard.
Because they can kind of like deter you because like they ain't feeling that ambition like you got it.
Yeah.
So it's like how do you counter that? You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to counter. I don't know. For me, it's hard to counter. I just, like I said, I just make decisions based on what I think is right, and then I had to tell my wife, like, listen, every decision I make, I'm making a decision that's better to us. So you got to trust me that I'm gonna always make the right decision. I shouldn't have to consult with you every time I decide to make a decision.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do you believe in me or not? I ain't gonna do nothing. Our lights ain't never been off for none of that stuff. Yeah, I was under the bridge almost, but our lights never got cut off. Our lights never got cut off. We never been in the dark or nothing. You know what I'm saying? The lights on almost under the bridge.
It was hard.
You know what I'm saying?
But we had a little bit to eat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
That's real.
That's real.
I think in a marriage you have to be willing to accept that everything is not going to be perfect, and sometimes even when you think, now this is for real, there might be some decisions that your husband will come to you, and I'm speaking for experience, and you do not agree.
Right.
You don't agree, you foresee it, that's going to be some bullshit. I already know that's going to, but you shut the fuck up and take the hit.
Believe in him.
Because you know what? If you tell him it's not going to work, all he going to do is argue. What's the point? Let him figure it out on his own. Then he'll come back. You state your case, of course. Well, I don't know about that. This is how I feel. But at the end of the day, go ahead and do it.
And sometimes you believing in them, though, is going to be that extra push to make it work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, some stuff is just bullshit. Like,
all right, I was trying to.
Some stuff is straight up bullshit. Like, this is a bullshit person. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, some stuff is bullshit. But, yeah, but in general, like, I can definitely say about my husband. Right. I mean, he's very driven. And he's gonna go hard for it, and I support him. You know what I'm saying? I support him, and it's just that simple. But yeah, sometimes growing, you have to grow, and you gonna make dumbass decisions. Yeah. And sometimes there is no, well, if I believe, no, that shit is stupid.
Yeah, like, and I think that's a genderless statement. Like, that's rolless. It's either one. Yes. The both of you can. That's just
right.
Yes.
Life. That's the way it go. But if y'all a team. You got to roll with the punches.
Like, that's it, and you'll recover.
Yeah,
right. You recover just like this economy. It's always crashing. Every 8 to 10 years.
And you believe in that shit.
Yeah,
you believe in that shit, right? Exactly. Go, Bug. What you think?
Shit. I've been working for myself a long time. I never really wanted to work for nobody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was coming up. And I think it was because, I saw some of my family members, like one of my aunts and uncles, they had a flower shop. So they were business owners already.
So, I grew up.
Yeah, I saw it early. And so
that makes a difference too.
Seeing, what I'm saying, them do their thing, and they had everybody in the family working with them. Like, they was really one of my first jobs.
Yeah.
Working with them on the holidays when it was real big, because for flowers, it was like they had seasonal times. Like some certain parts of the season, they was like super, super, super busy, right? Yeah. And then other times, they just, because people always dying, they always had something because of funerals. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was always getting sick. So they knew they had this steady income or whatever that was always going to come in. But they, my aunt and uncle figured out the peaks and valleys of the business and like when certain stuff is here, figuring out, who to go get their flowers from. And they was real big on working with other black business owners. So everybody that they work with were black.
Yeah, black entrepreneurs.
People who was manufacturing and giving them the products. The people that they went to get the maintenance on their vehicles. Right. You know what I'm saying? Other inventory. It was for the most part. If he could, it was black owned. It was like really only the bigger contractors that was couldn't help it. We ain't had no black construction, big black construction companies or whatever. Like when he got his new building, he had to do a build out, and at that time it wasn't no black owned construction companies that was like big that did build outs and all that type of thing. But just seeing that, it was just like, I don't want to work for nobody. But at the same time, it was crazy because my dad worked for Ford. Right. So I always had this thing like, well, dang, shit, I want to get in Ford too, because my dad living it up. Like my dad was making good ass money.
They was back then.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was like the money that they was making back then, especially like when they came in, and you know what I'm saying, just to how easy it was for them to get raises and move along in the company. You know what I'm saying? My dad ended up he was skilled trade.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, he get money.
Yeah, man, my dad was making some good ass money. So it was like I saw both sides of it. So like I tried it because I worked at Ford. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the military. I was like, I'm good on that. I had this crazy ass situation in the military, and I was like, yeah, this shit ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to get out of here. I was trying to travel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then I was just like, yeah, nah. Right? Came back home, started working at Ford, and I worked in the plant. My dad was trying to get me on the skilled trade side, but I ended up working on the labor side at the assembly plant. Which was cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All the old dudes used to always be like, nigga, you doing too much work. Like, because I was like, I had all this energy. Yeah. I was like, man, whatever job you show me, I'm going to be able to do it, right? Yeah. So, but it was the first time I experienced, like, getting sick. I had never been sickly or whatever. I passed out on the job.
Damn.
But the union and in the company, like, they, like, hold me. They ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, cover my medical or whatever. Ain't want to give me my time off. So that to me, I was just kind of like,
right, oh, here.
This is what
Yeah, the union
what I'm
and the plant, they be tripping.
And my dad was really like, well, man, just stick it out so I can get you over here in the skilled trade. And I was like, you know what, man? I didn't talk to all these cats in the plant. Some of them that I got real cool with, and they all was like, don't do this shit.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally witnessed in that year and a half I was at Ford, it was a dude that retired maybe like 7-8 months into me being there. And I remember one day a whole bunch of people was huddled up on the job and they all talking about flowers and bouquets and shit that they gonna get. Old boy had died like literally 2 weeks after he retired.
Yeah, that happened a lot though.
And
I didn't know that. And so then my dad told me the same thing. And I was just like,
this is what I'm saying. That was my whole point. The whole reason behind this topic was because of that point you just made.
Somebody else's legacy.
Yes.
I was like,
exactly. Like I just feel like it totally takes away from your quality of life. They pay you all of this money in exchange for your quality of life. Like you don't have no life. You going in here like you sacrificing who you are and your life and everything so everybody else that's connected to you can live. Right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. True. And you have to hope that they actually going to do something by that and do right by you because you just sacrificed your whole life in here for all of this money. Yeah. Regardless of how much they pay you, it's not enough for just what you just said. Like real shit. That's the whole reason for this topic.
Well, after researching all the industries or whatever, I believe that's the case for this type of industry. Like if you in industrial work, you know what I'm saying? Manufacturing,
you
plant work.
Your life.
That right there, you literally are giving up your life.
There's another industry that's like that too.
They're some of the sickest people. They're some of the sickest people in the world.
That's
you know
why
what I'm
I quit Quicken Loans.
So,
I stopped working at Quicken. That's exactly why.
Because those people may have different challenges because it's more of a mental thing for most of them. But I'm talking about in the industrial sector.
That's physical.
These people are dying physically.
Yeah.
So your body adapts, right? So you doing all this work every day. Your body, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna keep doing what it need to do in order to survive. Exactly. But as soon as you get to that point where you stop doing that, and now your body starts to shutting down.
Exactly.
It ain't got to keep you up no more. You know what I'm saying? Because most people when they retire, all the dudes that retire, they be chilling. You know what I'm saying? So if you wasn't keeping your body up, while you was working,
you in trouble.
Oh,
you hit, bro.
Ford is terrible. Like
GM, Chrysler, all of them,
and they're always switching their schedules.
But that's because that's a trade off for you know what I'm saying. Like You there to benefit the employer. They don't give a shit about you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that line better not stop either.
Exactly.
1 minute, that line stop, they on your head going crazy.
They used to be so mad when the line stopped.
But then they machines constantly break down back to back, and then they don't want to fix them.
I got a knot on my head right now.
They fix them. That's when they be on the skilled trade people head. Like when something break down, they be on their head real quick. They be like, yo, y'all need to get to this. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Back to work.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So after seeing that, I was just like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Went back to school, and at the time, my grandmother was real sick, and I was like, you know, she was like, you gonna go back to school? What you gonna do? And I'm like, yeah, Granny, I'm gonna go back to school. And at the time, I ended up coming across some stuff or whatever because I was helping my grandma. Actually, I was helping my grandmother and my aunt. They both were sick at the time. And I would give my grandmother massages to help her feel better or whatever. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look into this. So I ended up doing some research on it, research on the field, and decided I wanted to go into medical massage. So that was the first thing that I did full time. I went into massage therapy. I did school. In the process, her and my grandfather died. So I took a break. You know what I'm saying? But before, she passed, because when she got real sick, I just stopped going to school. Yeah. She was like, promise me you gonna go back. Yeah. So I went back, finished school, and 2004, I started doing massage full time. I was like, I don't even give a damn about a job. Like I always hustled, so it was like little side stuff I would do to make sure I kept money in my pocket.
Yeah, for sure.
But I put everything into that. I did massage full time from 04 until almost 09. during that same time I was doing my DJ thing, I was still learning stuff or whatever. Yeah. And then I started, DJ full time. And I didn't even know it was gonna lead me to where I'm at now. Like end up teaching DJing and you know what I'm saying, some of the other things that I ended up doing.
You don't see that big picture at first. Like
you can't because you'll be scared.
That's like driving to California. You can't see
all that.
Well, where you going.
It wasn't fear. It wasn't fear. It was just that I had tunnel vision.
Family, my uncle.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have to do step by step.
Most entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying, when they first get into something, they have tunnel vision because you really want to focus on
getting in there,
doing what I need to do to make the business successful. Because you can always branch out and expand. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I just would never, thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it took other people who were entrepreneurs too to be like, hey, you can do this too. Oh, yeah. And this way you get into adding the multiple income streams. You know what I'm saying?
You find out how important that is.
Yeah.
Real quick though, just to go back on what you were saying about Ford. Shout out to my old man. He did 31, I think, years. At Chrysler, right? Mm-hmm. Shout out to him because today is his birthday too. So shout out to my old man.
Happy birthday!
Going to the crib and do a little barbecue for him and shit today. But yeah, like that was a sacrifice. And sometimes I have to mention it because like we lived our lives like pretty decently. You know what I'm saying? Because like he sacrificed 12, 14 hours his day.
That's what I'm saying.
Day for like 30 years.
And you still got to sleep.
My dad worked 7 days a week for a nice little stretch, bro.
No, you feel me? So it's like I definitely appreciate that shit. I have to let him know that like once I became an adult. Because like when he was a kid, it's like fucking his daddy's just going to work. That's what he do and shit. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about my old man worked so much. Like he missed everything. I think he came.
That's my point.
He came to graduation probably. Mm-hmm. Ain't never seen me play football. None of that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga working every day.
Yeah, so he paying for your cleats.
Is that?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the kids is the most important though.
Yeah.
I haven't missed not one of my kids nothing.
And I think we better at
nothing.
And that's important.
Our generation is better at that. Yeah, our generation definitely better.
I think parents are starting to see that as being a little bit more important. Than slaving at the job.
Go to work, keep your head down, and just knock everything out until when you look up your kid's 21, you didn't pay for college, you feel accomplished, but you don't even know your kids.
You don't even know them.
Right, exactly.
You don't know nothing.
Yeah, that don't even make sense.
We got a question in the comments.
Go.
Shani's saying, anyone work for the federal government? I know essentially if you are not your own boss, you are, but has anyone... I'm just saying I learned and saw everything I needed to see, and that's all I have to say about that in my Forrest Gump voice. Lord have mercy.
Jenny.
Has anybody?
No, I never worked for the government.
No, I never worked for the government.
When I was in the service, I worked for the federal government. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
They
I work for the Southfield Water.
Some assholes.
I think when you really learn how the government works, then it'll make you mad about everything. Probably, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never had the pleasure of working for the government.
Yeah. So like for postal workers or federal employment, employees or whatever.
They work the shit out of them too.
Oh, they working them like crazy right now. I got 3 routes now. He said,
"Oh wow."
Yeah, I got one uncle he actually finally just retired from the postal service, and I got 2 other relatives that ended up retiring from the postal service too. And they are besides my uncle that just retired, they had health issues, and they had those issues up until they passed away. You know what I'm saying? And so my uncle's still here, my other uncle or whatever, but like they work hard, yo.
Hell yeah,
especially for the ones that end up being like carriers.
Yeah, for sure. Chef Wilson just checked in too, dog. We was talking about
hey Chef, we need that bread, that shrimp bread, bro.
Yeah. You need to just come drop some off or something.
Right, exactly. I ain't had it yet.
We got
come on through.
Hey, bro, you got to have it.
Oh my God, it's the truth. It really is.
No, but he's right though. You got to stay up on your health.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Putting all those hours in, because like at the end of the day, you putting in more time at your job than you are anywhere else
in your life.
In your life.
Yes.
And when you say it like that, don't that shit sound
in your
terrible?
life?
In your life.
Like and that's how I felt when I worked at the paper plant. That's what I call Quicken. Like it's the damn paper plant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't mean no harm to nobody that's doing it, but the fact that you have to be strapped to this computer like this for all of these hours, like they put mandatory 60+ hours and stuff on you.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
much.
You have to work a week, and I'm just not gonna. I used to cry on my way there because I understood that I'm giving over this this much time in my life. Like, I just can't do it. Ever since I was young, I always said that I would not be the person working that long in the plant. That don't make no sense to me. Like, I just, I would go on the side of the freeway and sell a case of bottled waters a day. You hear me? Before I go and do, like, I just can't. That to me, that don't make no sense. It's so many other ways. Like, that just does not allow you to be innovative at all about who you are.
Oh yeah, that strips everything from you. You know what I'm saying? So like you working, even though, and then they give you free school. You don't even got time to go to school.
Exactly.
That's too crazy. Hell, you broke down. I'll just leave the plant. My fingers like this every day.
Yeah,
you talking about
that's stupid.
Going to school.
Yeah, you trying to go get us some hot water or something.
Yeah, you trying to soak your bones.
Well, I will say this: being an employee definitely can help you be a better entrepreneur. You know, kind of like what she was saying earlier. So I got a homeboy that was in the plant with me. He had a plan. You know what I'm saying? And he sat down with his wife. He told her, like, yo, this is my plan. I'm going to stay here in the plant 10 to 15 years. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But he started building his businesses while he was in the plant. So he used the money that he was making. There was times when he knew he could get that overtime, he took it. And get it. Because overtime at Ford was crazy. We used to clean up on OT. You know what I'm saying? So then you got this extra money, go ahead. He was throwing it to his business. He got a barbershop. He got a lawn care service. He got like 2 other businesses, and he do real estate.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And so he ended up leaving Ford when he wanted to leave.
Already set.
And he was already set. He had already, found employees to run the business. He had somebody managing the barbershop. So he wasn't killing himself. Like he did everything he needed to do. Like I think he's told me about maybe like 5 years. He was pretty much doing everything. Like he literally was leaving Ford, then going to the barbershop, then going to here, and making sure everything was locked up. So the days that he was working, you doing 10 hours at Ford, and then he was leaving, he was doing another 6 hours.
You're not sleeping.
You know what I'm saying? So he literally, when he finished what he had to do to make sure all his business was shut down, he slept 6 hours,
started
get back up,
again.
Right back to Ford.
But he set himself up though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the stuff that he was learning,
strategy.
as far as like
so
what he was doing,
years as opposed to 30 though.
Yeah. So I mean, so I tell people who looking to be an entrepreneur, research.
Yeah,
do the research first. It's a lot easier for you to start your business if you've already done the research.
Yeah,
because you've already killed some of the stuff that you got to that you think you got to figure out. If you do the research first, and then just have your plan of how you want to enter. You know what I'm saying? If you working and you feel like, yo, I don't want to work no more, but I want to work for myself, use your job to help you get to what you want to do as self-employed. You know what I'm saying?
All the social media jobs I had, I took all of that information and put it into my
because some people can't just quit their job and just go right into being self-employed. So if you don't feel like you can do that, use your job to help you get to where you got to go. Some people
got bills, or people get trapped with bills, car notes and house notes and all that kind of stuff. So that traps you into a job.
And that makes
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no house notes, I don't have no car notes, I don't have anything.
But it's also about sacrifice. People got to understand sacrifice too, because some people don't like to cut things. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I literally, when I started, I was like scrap cable.
Yeah,
I ain't even have a regular cell phone bill. I did the minute phone for about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I only used the phone when I really needed to use it, and I would go to my parents' house and use a house phone. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when people was trying to call me for certain stuff, I was like, call my mama number. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, I did like for 2 years. This is what I did, folks. Like it was just like, yo, I cut out a whole bunch of stuff. I stopped going to the movies. I wasn't going bowling. I wasn't hanging out. I wasn't going to the mall. Like all the shit I was doing with my friends, I cut out for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So it kept my expenses down. So I wasn't paying out a whole lot of money. So even when it was like money wasn't coming in like crazy, it didn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't spending all this money on bills.
Right.
So if people can do that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all about.
Let me say this. First off, I feel like at the end of the day, we are not taught, and we should teach that jobs are for a purpose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should go in there with a purpose like you said, how you get in there and how you leaving, because you are creating something else from that. Like, I I think that those days are over where we go to a job and we plan on being in there for a whole bunch of years or something. You should have an exit strategy. You should be working towards something, and all of those things that y'all saying are go into play, like sacrificing this and doing this and that for the greater cause, like, because you have to know that there are it's an end to this. It's an expiration date to it. Like, as much shit has been going on, especially with our generation, like, we average 35, 40 in here. So, especially with us, like, we have seen so many different type of life catastrophes and things like that go on, from 9/11 to the war to, you know what I'm saying? So much stuff. Yeah, exactly. To now, to where we see that we should truly know more than anybody that nothing is promised, because we have had the bottom snatched out from under us ever since we've been grown every couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know that just like how the employer employs people because they have a purpose, you go in there and you become an employee because you have a purpose. Like, don't do it just because you go in here to get some money to pay your bills. Like, like you should have a bigger plan than this.
Work
you know
to
what
learn.
I'm saying?
Work to learn is what it's what it is.
Yeah.
Work to learn.
Yeah. And look, RV had mentioned earlier about going, like, them sending you to school for free and shit. So I want to touch on that, dog. What y'all think about that shit, though?
About what?
Like, I think school is a motherfucking hustle. I ain't gonna hold
No,
it.
It is. It's a waste of time.
And I say
bullshit, really.
I got a degree and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I get to say that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't have one. I
if I
can
could
still
turn that
say
bitch back in and get my money back, I swear I would, bro.
My wife tell me all the time
That
she
shit is a
wish she had a did things differently.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Instead of having all these damn loans.
Now,
Yeah.
the people
Because she could have got
down.
she could have got to where she at without
it. Exactly.
all that, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, like, certain fields, this is why research is important, and why we should be teaching kids to research the things that they're interested in. They should know that middle school and high school, when you starting to think about what you want to do, because that's when we be having our ideas like, oh, I want to be a policeman, or I want to be a nurse, or I want to be this.
Yeah, you do.
We gotta teach our kids to research.
Yeah.
But you have to accept it. Like, the kids know what they want to do. The parents don't accept who the hell they are.
Listen to me.
I know. That's where I'm at with it.
This is how I mentor my youth. I tell them, research what you want to do. So before you graduate, the decision that you make, whether you choose to go to school or go to do, you know what I'm saying, skilled trade or whatever, going to trade school, you'll already know what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? There's if the field that you're going into, all you need to do is go into a trade school, or you can go to a 2-year school to do the same thing that somebody else went to school for 6 years.
Schools and 2-year joints is free.
Like, just like people that want to be a nurse. One of my friends, she did Oakland County.
Yeah.
She did her 2 years, and then she advanced at the job because they already had stuff that you could do at the hospital that helped you.
Boost your career, yeah, for sure.
But a lot of time we take it. A lot of time our people go to school, or we let our kids choose what they want to go to school for. Like you said, with no research, right? And so now you're going to school for something you can't even get a job in. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of other nationalities, like, and I told my son, why pay for something that you can get for free?
Yeah,
right. You get good grades. Guess what? You can get this. You go to school for free.
Yeah,
we got a caller.
Hey, caller, who we talking to?
Good morning. This is Princess.
Hey,
what up, Princess Echelon?
What up, though?
So listen, I had to call in on this subject. First of all, let me say, I don't want you all to think I'm unemployed. I'm self-employed, just here as of recently.
We all are.
So this topic was perfect for me. Corporate America, it is definitely a trap with an expiration date. So let me just say briefly.
Wait, you breaking up? Hello?
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Hi,
stay right there. Okay, go ahead.
Right, don't move.
Okay. So on March of 18th this year, I was terminated from my corporate American job.
Okay.
2 weeks after receiving a bonus, I also got a salary increase, $3,000 a year, and that was working from home, not including my transportation expenses. It would have taken me well over or just under $100,000 a year, right? But I was fired for what they said was a no-call, no-show. A mistake.
What?
A big mistake. But what I did, I requested a week off from work, well, what I thought was a week off, but I accidentally only requested a day off. Do you know my corporate American co-workers let me sit at home for 1 week. Nobody called me. Nobody said, "Hey, are you okay?
Right? Are you breathing? Anything?
Because you're supposed to be here.
It's not like you to no call, no show, nothing.
That's a damn shame.
They terminated me.
Wow.
They terminated me. And like you said, though, I really do. I feel like it was. I'm not upset about it anymore because I feel like
it's kind of a blessing.
It was a divine intervention.
For sure.
I too had been praying and asking God, like, hey, I'm trying to do some things for myself, but, I don't have time because I'm working 50, 60 hours.
Yeah.
I don't have time to do for myself. And then lo and behold, on March 20th, the first day of spring, I found an email telling me I had been terminated 2 days prior.
Damn.
And I was like, wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Like you said, though, when you go in a job when you go to a job, go with the purpose, because
for sure.
Every job I have had has prepared me for this particular point.
Absolutely.
In my life.
Yeah.
Every job I've had has ever been in the medical field. I worked for the Detroit Fire Department for 12 years. 10 years to get vested, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm going here for 10 years. I'm going to get vested. I'm going to get that pension. And in that 10 years' time, that'll give me time to get my nursing degree. So during that 10 years, I was at the Detroit Fire Department with their tuition reimbursement program. The city of Detroit paid for my nursing degree.
There you go. You
That's
took advantage of that shit for sure.
Yeah.
And then this job that I was just at, which was an insurance company, who I was the Wayne County nurse case manager, entire county, the entire city of Detroit. I loved my job. My members loved me. I was phenomenal at my job. But another thing that I'm grateful about, they fired me just after I got all the hours in that I needed to sit for my certified case management certification.
Oh, that's dope.
Right
That's
on
what's
time.
up. Right.
Right on
Yeah.
time.
You fire me and you give myself up to open my own case management firm,
Well, you moved.
I agree.
You moved.
Don't just you definitely have to go to work with a purpose wherever you're going. If you're applying for a job,
Yeah, we lost you.
owning your own or franchising, whatever. But yeah, you can't just walk in somewhere with the mindset that I need to pay my bills, because they will pull the rug.
Hell yeah.
You trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, you trap all that
you
traffic,
there.
car notes, all that stuff.
All
The
that
first
shit,
thing you get
yeah.
it for, you get a car
That's
note.
right.
Yeah,
What
in
you
a
do
new
with car
house
and all that
and
stuff.
shit like that.
And you
Yeah.
trapped
Yeah.
for 30
You
years
stuck. Yeah.
on the false American
And that's
dream.
Yeah.
That's
It's
exactly
bullshit.
what
The
happened.
Yeah.
false
to me.
American dream.
Oh, for sure.
In February, I rent my house right now. My landlord told me, "Hey, get me a pre-approval letter and I'll sell you the house." So I can't even buy my house because now I don't put it in coming in. However, he and I are.
Your phone breaking up, honey.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, your phone breaking up real
You
bad.
keep moving.
I'm
Put one arm up,
okay.
stand on your
But
left leg.
some, yeah, move. Twist, get the rabbit ears.
Go put some aluminum foil up.
Just hold the foil ball in your hand.
I just wanted to touch base on everything that you are saying. Because now Canapreneur Consultants is coming soon.
That's what's up.
I have so many other different
Plug that
ventures
shit.
that I'm embarking upon now.
Right.
I'm gonna let you all go because I am moving around. Thank you.
I told you.
That's why we told you to be still.
Thank you for calling in, Princess.
All right, Prince, have a good day.
No, that's what's up, though. That's a good testimonial right there.
Have a
It
good one.
is.
For
That was
sure.
definitely
Yeah.
divine intervention.
That faith, like you can't be having faith in them damn companies like that. You got to go in there with you a plan,
Man.
like you a
'Cause
plan,
they
and
got a
stick
plan.
to your shit. Yeah,
They got
Oh yeah, they got a
shit.
plan to work
Yeah.
you like a slave.
Yeah.
But you're a slave in the plant. That's a plantation.
I do want to echo what RV said earlier though. We do need employees. So there
Yeah.
are people who are
Yeah.
meant to work for somebody because
Yeah.
they need that structure.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
can.
but
do
if you
it.
feel
Yeah.
that burn in your gut, go with that shit and
Yeah,
quit
you
playing
got-
with
yeah,
yourself.
Yeah,
Flow
like
with it.
if you're good with that structure and you find clocking in, like some people they fine with that because they like a routine.
Yeah.
Like my mom, she was one of those routine people. But she worked for the state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she was good with that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's crazy because my dad had the entrepreneurial spirit too. So like when he retired from Ford, he just went on ahead and stayed because he wanted to get his full pension or whatever. But he had stuff that he was doing on the side,
yeah.
and he did that. After he retired or whatever.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for health issues, he'd still be here. But My mom, she was just like, I'm cool with clocking in. She only had to be at work for 6 hours. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I don't give a damn if it's 45 minutes.
You know, school to me, I can honestly say that it is a waste of money. I went into it feeling like this is what I want to do, and for people to take me serious. Because one thing about our people, they will ask you, like, what qualifies you to speak on this or to do this? And then once you say, I went to school for this, you shut them down. Whereas, you know, you got some people that's popped up all over. They ain't went to school for shit and they just don't give a fuck. And that's what they's going to do. And I respect that. Mm-hmm. But I can tell you from school, I gained nothing but to know how to edit. The basic fundamentals, but I had to figure it out the rest on my own. But I feel like unless trade school is where it's at. If you're not doing that, then you need to be going to school to be a doctor, an attorney, an engineer, architect, something like that. But outside of that, y'all wasting y'all money because it's a hustle.
Yeah,
it is.
I learned how to hustle. It's a scheme. Yeah, I did real good in the hustle game.
I love the people that I met. You know
I'm afraid for you to elaborate, but okay.
The people that I met was cool. Well, like what I actually learned at school, I don't know.
It's a good ass network.
You don't remember
to hustle.
It's a good.
I mean, half of the stuff we learn in school, but
most people go to college to get something out of college to move on with their life. You understand what I'm saying?
They get to network.
And they don't even graduate.
Yeah, they go to school to be in
network to get
and
around
shit,
people, then
so
they
can
get
network.
gone.
Yeah,
it's the best party of all
like
time.
Facebook. Yo,
I should have did
Mark
that.
Zuckerberg, he didn't finish college.
Hell no.
He went and got it. Let's say, okay, I'm out. See
nobody that got a real bag went to finish college. Nobody did.
The only one is Trump.
That's
Trump got a
crazy.
degree.
Some of them didn't go at
A
all.
college degree in finance. So Trump got a degree.
That's it.
But everybody else most likely
Damn,
don't.
I should have did that shit. I should have went for like 4 semesters and got the fuck on.
Yeah,
I need to go for coding. That's what I need to go for.
So let me recognize some of the people that tuned in today. We have shout out to Nikki Nelms, she's watching. Laura, how you say that name? Bug Laura P.
I'm not about to mess her name up.
Laura, hey honey.
I say it wrong all the time. So
Laura
I'm not
P.
Even
That's what I'm
What's
saying.
up, Laura?
Shania White. Shout out to Princess who called in also.
Hey, look, I was trying to attempt to say that shit too, but I was like, I ain't gonna say it out loud.
Shout out to Fred Wilson, Chef Wilson. What up? And we need some bread. And
for sure.
We need that shrimp bread, bro.
shout out to Richard who tuned in today, and
That shit fire.
and everybody else who tuned in. Sean Pipple, we saw you on there earlier, and Medina. Shout out to Medina too.
Shout out,
she
man.
was on the
We'll
Rise
see
and
you
Grind
next
page.
We appreciate y'all tuning in for real.
Yeah, we really do.
Real.
So I'm gonna go around the room and we gonna give a quick plug where people can find you at and stuff. And I want you to also give kind of a summary of who you are, what you do. So we'll start with the guest. RV, go.
I ain't no guess. Okay.
With the chaperone. We'll start with the chaperone. Miles, you hear him. Okay,
I'm RV. You can reach me at Greener Things on Instagram and on Facebook. I teach grow classes on how to grow hydroponics. We're trying to open up a hydroponics store. It's going to open eventually. We're just working on that. What else I do? I got some T-shirts. I sell grow lights.
And clothes.
Anything dealing with cannabis. Call me. I'm the guy to call.
what's your text?
Info
22828.
Yeah, 22828.
Crazy.
At Greener Things.
So just text Greener Things too.
Yeah, 22828.
Yeah, that's that voice that y'all be hearing on that commercial. Like, okay, go ahead. Go.
Miles in here. Don't try to don't do that.
I was going to put you to work. Cuz. You already know.
For sure, go Raquel.
So I'm a content creator, and I am the owner of Rocky Road Productions, which is a video production media company. So if you have a show that you want to bring to me, you can. If you need somebody that, you know how people don't know how to do their graphics and stuff like that on social media, how to present their videos and stuff like that, I could do that for you. I can also shoot video and edit. I do them things too. But ultimately, go to RockyRoadMedia.com and you can find out everything about me. And I'm Rocky Road Productions everywhere on all platforms.
That's what's up.
Oh, and my podcast, y'all. Tune in at 4:00 on Saturday.
Right here on podcast.
4:00.
Right here on
podcasting, and then 5:00.
And the Peanut Show at 5.
The vitamin D.
The Peanut Show.
Vitamin D is at 5:00. So yes, if you want to bring a show, talk to me. Talk to me if you need to bring a show and you need some help with that shit. Talk to me.
The Peanut Show.
The Peanut Show.
I want to go behind the Peanut Show.
Golly.
So yeah, it's your boy Q Lewis, man. Of course, check me out on Instagram, q.lewis313. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on eblockradio.com for the Wake and Bake Show. Shout out to my squad, Angry Man and Monk Money, 48205. We're from the Red Zone, dog. Girth on Podcastic on Tuesday nights. Shout out to Chef Wilson and my man Don, and of course Miles and shit when he here. You know what I'm talking about? So we every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out all my work at flipside-inc.com. I do graphic design and social media management for small business, dog. Holla at your boy.
Damn, cuz.
Yeah, I don't got that.
He got the rundown. He used to doing this every morning.
And I write
books. He got script. He got script and everything.
Right.
And I write books and shit. So
he's like, I said I wasn't gonna do a long speech, but shout out and we are the best. And Q is producer of the year. He ain't even say that shit.
Oh yeah, always producer of the year. Every time you see me when I post shit, it's producer of the year because I produce podcasts and shit. So producer of the year, that's me. Every time I hashtag, you see that I'm just talking into fruition. You feel me?
That's right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For real.
That's what's up.
For real. He's speaking to peripheral.
I know you see it.
The fruitos.
And again, shout out to my man Marcus Divine for these motherfuckers shades and shit.
No, gangster.
Man, shout out to my guy, man.
You can never go wrong with aviators.
Yeah, for sure.
You can never go wrong.
Go Boog.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? It's Boog. All things media. I'm a DJ. I'm a business owner. I'm an instructor. I teach people how to DJ. I'm audio and video tech. Lighting tech.
All the background tech.
Man, listen.
Like a flea market
photo booth tech. I do a lot of stuff. So if you got an event, you got a wedding, you know what I'm saying? Everything you pretty much need for that, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I work with kids. I'm a mentor too. So I love that. But you can check me out on social media. Boog's World, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow my radio station, Groove Radio Detroit. Go to grooveradiodetroit.com. Got some stuff popping. A lot of the shows that you see on podcasting now, they're also on my station too.
Yep.
So me and Miles, we're doing some collaboration or whatever. Hopefully we can do some stuff with Q and Miss Rocky Road over there, and we can, build out this network, man, so we can tear Detroit down.
That's already the plan.
Hit the
All
world.
about syndication for sure.
That's already in the
you know what I'm
plan.
saying? So we can do some
That part.
things, you know what I'm saying? Because black people working together, we need to start doing that a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
more.
And pushing each other to do, great things. So yeah, keep fucking with us here at Podcasting.
I love it.
We appreciate y'all.
I love it. Yes, I love it. That's so dope. I'm cheesing hard. We like a whole flea market mall or something like that. Or something.
Tomorrow, 7 days. Remember
We
7 days?
like Greenfield Plaza sitting up here. Okay, like we so serious.
We need to talk.
I said 7 days.
But thank y'all so much for is Miles coming back to? I don't know. Anyway,
He gotta be here. What the hell?
Miles supposed to be back tomorrow, y'all.
Look, I'm
you know
gonna
what
see y'all
I'm saying?
late
But
night
we're not gonna be mad if he not here.
we're gonna have some more company. So it is what it is.
I might as well just finish off the week tomorrow, y'all.
we gonna have Rocky back tomorrow.
Right, shit, I might call in.
But thank y'all so much for holding me down this week and stuff. It was so dope and everything. I am Fifi, Miss Fifi the Plug. I do comedy sometimes.
Oh Lord, she's good, y'all.
I do comedic skits. I have a YouTube channel as Miss Fifi. Everything is Miss Fifi the Plug. MZFEFE the Plug on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I also am passionate about cultivating cannabis, and I have different goods as well. I'm a part of Greener Things, and so all of those things you can contact me as well if you can't find RV. And I love driving trucks. That's one of my things I do. I know that's crazy, but I do.
That's
and
random.
right, I know it is, but So, and I don't know. I'm an all around I think I'm like a serial entrepreneur. I will say that because usually if you have a question about something, I can help you with that, or I know somebody that knows somebody. So,
and you like the black poison ivy and shit with the plant,
right?
Jeez, that's me.
Right.
But yeah, so with that being said, I think that about covers everything for today. Did y'all?
This is a good ass topic. I'm gonna kick with y'all when we off air though, because I've been working on this workshop. Or whatever. Some of my friends been asking me to do a workshop for them, for people who interested in being an entrepreneur, the ins and outs, some of the things to look for, some of the pitfalls that you can avoid. You know what I'm saying, when you become an entrepreneur or whatever. So if y'all down, I can add y'all to that or whatever. Sure. You know what I'm saying, while I'm planning it out. Because I think it'd be dope to have the different perspectives and the backgrounds of how you got to what you're doing, and you know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people that want to be in cannabis. So, being able to hear from you and Fifi, I think that'd be dope too.
Right. I grew my first plant at 14 when I was 14 years old. So
in the closet.
Growing.
So, and then even people like,
now he's 70, still growing.
with Rocky and Q being in media and producing shows and stuff like that, and just that side of things, I think it's dope.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm with it. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with it 100%.
Yeah, and I also do motivational speaking and hosting. So if you guys need me for any of those services, holla back. I motivate.
Y'all already should know that she be motivating. Y'all see how she cut up on this show in the mornings.
I motivate to innovate my people. I don't play it.
If you want me to come host your club, I will.
Ours.
We are ours. Believe that. We are ours. Yes. So with that being said, I think we about to get up out of here because we about to do something else. So that's it for today, you guys. We love you much. Have a good one.
Happy birthday again.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy MG for the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Every weekday, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. But check this out. If y'all have any independent clothing, get in contact with us. Hit us up, simplypodcastic@gmail.com. Hit us up on our Facebook page. Just get in contact with us. We want to promote you, help us help you, and we'll be a better group of people. All right? So, again, www.simplypodcastic.com. You can see all the video channels. Everybody who be on podcasting, you can see their shows right there. Also, you can check us out on Simply Podcasting or Podcasting on Facebook. Hit us up on our IG page, Simply Podcasting. We there for you. We right here. Homegrown, right in the D, baby. But we global. You know what I mean? We mobile global. You know what I mean? We global mobile, however you want to put it. We right here for you. Independent clothiers, get in contact with us. Hit us up. And we'll promote you. We'll even interview you, do a whole marketing plan with you. We down for you. We here. All right? Peace.